Stuart, a defeat here at Pittodrie, but I suppose there are positives to take out of that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've lost the game, so we're never happy losing a game. But you come here, we talk about not losing an early goal like we did last week against Dundee, and 3 minutes into the game with a goal down. When I watch it back, at first I thought it was poor defending, but we're just unfortunate. McManus makes a tackle, and again, fortune's not on our side. It hits Hamill and falls right into Hayes' path, and Hayes puts it away. But I feared the worst at that stage, with the run we're on, 1-0 down. But no, we got back, we got on the ball, we were brave on the ball, we forced corners, didn't create a lot of chances, we know that. But I've seen Aberdeen up here a few times create numerous chances. Tonight we nullified them. I think it was a factor, obviously, losing the first goal, but thereafter, 5-10 minutes into the game, they changed to a back three and matched us up. And they defended solidly thereafter that. But no, there's enough spirit. I said some half time and a full time. I think if we could come out and play another game, they would do it now. I think they're all desperate to improve. We've had 11 games, we've had the first third of the season. Obviously not good enough, but that's gone now. We start next Friday up at St Johnstone. Clean next 11 games. Let's go and see if we can win 6 or 7 and get ourselves right back up there.
You seem to come out of the dressing room with a real sense of determination. Is that because of what the squad have said to you afterwards? Yeah,
without a doubt, yeah. And the way as I said, listen, people don't, until you're out there, and until you're going through a run like we're going, it's easy to feel sorry for yourself. And we talk all day and all yesterday about being solid early on. Yep. So you can imagine the deflation among the group that when they score so early. But no, did we buckle? No, we didn't. As I said, we forced 4 or 5 corners. And Ramos had the header at back post just over. Mix had a good chance, unfortunately falling on his right foot. But we stuck at it, and we showed spirit and courage, albeit without a great deal of quality in creative terms. But that comes down to your confidence again. But as I said, it'd be easy just to cave in and lose 3 or 4, but we didn't. And that far more positive than I was against Dundee last week, where I was scratching my head. Tonight, different matter. Still lost the game, but I sense there's a desire and determination for us now to say, right, hey, well, we can only see, we can talk about it, but we'll have to see what we produce. But I've got a belief in them. They've got a belief in each other. We've got a belief in everybody that, okay, we've been on a bad run. We're still in that bad run. There's only us that's going to get out of it, and we're really determined to do that.
You just, as well, probably hoping for a little break. You mentioned the goal there, but we just go off somebody's backside and get into the net, or get a fortunate refereeing decision. Sometimes that can turn seasons around or turn things around. Well,
it can, but you just feel helpless again, as you say, when you see the ball go in the back of the net after 2 or 3 minutes. It don't give us a chance to get a foothold in the game. But unlike last week, we then, as I said, I think for large parts of the first half we had a lot of possession. We took confidence out of that. We probably played better on the ball without creating lots of chances here than we did last game of the season, and probably defending very similar. They didn't have many chances again, but we just couldn't force an equaliser.
Is that worrying though in terms of the lack of real chances? Because I think Craig Reed's probably the only one that's really got on target, and that was kind of late on in the second half. You mentioned before the game that you wanted to shore us up, you wanted to be solid and organised. We were, but is it frustrating he didn't work their goal enough?
Well, I think for the reason that they changed their system, and that'll be the first time they've gone to a back 5 or a back 3, if you like, in 10 minutes into a game at Pittodrie, that's for sure. And they can do that because they get that first goal. So if they don't go to a back 3 and they stay, I think we then get more opportunities down sides of people. We want Henrik down the side, we want Sutty, dominating, we want Lawsy getting on. But because I think where they went, they were difficult to break down, as we were playing the same system. But it's all about getting that goal. If we get a goal after 3 minutes, then it's a different game completely. We didn't, but we'll. There's fight in there. If Abbott first want to say, listen, enough's enough. If we want to, if lads are not happy, and I feel there's no spirit, and I feel as though I'm, shot, and I just can't face it anymore, I'd be first to say I'm looking forward to next Friday now.
Good luck.
Cheers, thank you.